This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
The Anambra state government says it gave ample notice to relevant stakeholders ahead of its partial demolition of the Innoson Motors showroom in Nnewi. This latest demolition is a part of a clearance undertaken by the state, which the government says is to ensure compliance with the law and safety of human lives. The Commissioner for Information Law, MEFO, says that the notice to Innoson was issued in October 2024, as well as all other businesses and properties on the right-of-way along the Nnewi-Ozubu-Onisha Federal Highway. Joining the conversation this morning is Chibike Peters, Radio Now's Southeast correspondent. Mr. Peters, thank you very much for joining us on the conversation.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
So, what has the reaction been since the government's clarification?
First of all, it has not really been very nice, especially from Anambra, and they feel it's an attack on, the Innoson manufacturing motors IVM. So they actually felt like this was not supposed to be. I don't want to use the word for them. I don't want to use the word of sentiments. But of course, it has arise from the fact that they feel, okay, this is an indigenous brand. This is a brand that, of course, is a hub in the Southeast and shouldn't, be demolished and all that. But the reaction have actually come from people who, are very passionate about the fact that this is one of our own, Innoson brand. And in fact, it is even turning worse because at the end of the day, let's not forget Governor Charles Soludo, become the first Nigerian governor to use IVM vehicles as his official automobile after the recently sworn in. When the governor was actually sworn in, that was some couple of years back. So this is actually coming, and questions are being awakened with suspicion about if this has to be politically driven. But the government is coming to debunk that. They're saying, of course, the statement that popped out, yesterday as well as 2 days ago was that there is not going to be a distinguished law for the poor as well as the rich. So that's the statement, that's a tag coming in from the Anambra state government. So it is actually very dicey at this point in time.
So is this showroom, the property that was demolished, partially demolished, is it the only property that's been demolished on that axis?
No, not at all, because according to the Commission of Information, of course, he mentioned the fact that there was a stakeholders meeting in 2024, within November and October, which, of course, Innoson brand was available in that meeting, where they told them that, of course, they will be expanding the road and all that. And the worst part is that we've not seen Innoson coming out to bring out a press release concerning this. He has not done that. I think it's just people who are actually sympathizing with him, and he's been silent about it. And that's something that I find a little bit fishy, because if you feel that the government have done something that is actually not what it's supposed to be, then you should be holding a press conference as a big brand in Anambra State and in the Southeast, to clarify issues. But Innoson have not done that. And the government is saying, okay, this is just people coming up to write articles to damage and, of course, tarnish the image of the Anambra state government because the elections are coming ahead. So these are situations that are actually, I feel, could be just more political than economical.
So looking at Anambra State as a whole, there have been a number of demolitions that have been ongoing. Right-of-way is part of the issue. There are also issues with flooding that the state government has been trying to address with these demolitions. What's the reaction been like? And in terms of construction of anything at all that the government says needs to be constructed on it just after demolition, has there been any progress?
First of all, before I attend to that, I think a lot of people are saying that why is the governor trying to put himself in a position where, because the election is coming up, you want to start doing multiple projects, you want to start doing multiple things. First of all, we know the controversy that have thrown the whole native doctors as saga in Anambra State, and now demolition I think the demolition is not just for Anambra State. I think it's now turning to be an Enugu and Anambra thing, which of course, if you come to Enugu State, there's a whole lot of demolition going on to make sure there are spaces for, most especially Federal Road, and that is the trend that is actually happening between Anambra and Enugu State. So for Charles Soludo, I think what he's trying to do is to make the people see, oh, I'm doing this thing, this is what is happening, this is what we are supposed to do. But has it economically impacted on the people? I don't know, because it's coming at a time where people feel like this is just a political move. That is, of course, the outflow in Anambra State, especially the likes of Onitsha as well as Iweka, where there is a whole lot of business, activities going on in that particular areas. And that is where most of these, activities are being carried on. So for Charles Soludo, a lot of people have come out to say, you should not be visiting at this point in time. You should have started it way long, so that when you're doing it, people will say, okay, it has been ongoing. But for the Innoson case, I think the government has made the clarification. They said, we had a stakeholders meeting. This place was supposed to be part of where it should be demolished to pave way for an enlargement of the road, and that's where the government stands.
Well, Mr. Peters, thank you very much for your time on this conversation. GBK Peters is Radio Now's correspondent in the Southeast. He joined us this morning to speak on the Anambra State government's clarification of its partial demolition of the Innoson Motors showroom in Nnewi. The demolition, of course, they say is part of the clearance that is undertaken by the state to ensure compliance with the law and ensure the safety of human lives.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.